Our next speaker, all the way from Boston, Massachusetts. She is a mindset motivation speaker, an expert at reprogramming the subconscious mind and helping you to perform at your absolute best. Help me give a warm round of applause for none other than Lou Poretta.
Thank you, Ariel. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I just want to share with you, this is part of my dream. And I am so grateful for you being here to bring my dream to actual reality. See, there was a time when I would have never been up here. But in my heart, I am so passionate about helping people understand themselves, who they are, why they're the highest form of creation, why they have a mind, why thinking is the highest function you're capable of. I'm so passionate about sharing that information that I had to overcome my fears. I had to make my passion, my vision, bigger than my fear, bigger than my self-image, because we cannot outperform our self-image. We cannot outperform our beliefs. See, everyone here is confident. Would you agree that when you get in your car, you feel pretty confident you can drive, right? So you're confident. When you get dressed in the morning, pretty confident, right? There was a time when you would put, the shirt leg on your leg and your pants on top of your head or whatever, right? But you just did it. You weren't embarrassed. See, we're all born confident. Every baby comes into this world confident. Every baby comes into this world with the tools it needs to create a fantastic life. So what the heck happens? Why are people stressed out? Why do people think that someone else can be successful? Does anyone ever think that? Oh yeah, of course they can do it. They grew up over there. They know these people. Of course they can, right? How many people feel stuck in life? Anyone? I'm going to tell you now, what I want to share is that you are the highest form of creation. That really means something. They're not just pretty words to make you feel better. But if you don't know that, and if you don't understand that at a cellular level, you're going to just keep thinking, just lucky them. They can be successful. They can be confident. They're so lucky. I'm telling you that self-doubt, limiting beliefs, and your self-image were taught. Because a baby is not born with a self-image. A baby is not born with self-doubt. A baby is not born with limiting beliefs. See, you can be, do, and have really whatever you want. But what stops us is the belief in ourselves. I want you to think of yourself, your self-image. Now, if you had a low self-esteem, low self-worth, I want you to compare it to almost like a light bulb, okay? So if I was not confident or I doubted myself, that may be equivalent to a nightlight, for an example. Okay, just a little quiet little house mouse over here, a little light. But if I thought highly of myself, not because I'm conceited, because I know I'm the highest form of creation. I know that. I know that I have domain over everything. That's what the human is. It's a human experience. You're actually a spiritual being having a human experience. But we have been gifted. I talked about this on my Mindset Minutes this week, about your intellectual faculties. Oh, what the heck is that, Lou? What are those? Does anybody know what they are? Does anyone have any clue? I didn't. Does anyone actually know what the mind is? You probably don't. You think it's your brain, but it's not. But I just want to share with you that the mind is the most powerful force in all of creation. Now think about that. It's the most powerful force in all of creation. But there's only one mind. Wow. It's just like there's only one sun. There's only one mind. But each and every one of us have our own, in a sense, individualized mind. We're tapping into this one power. So I want you to think of that power like electricity. This brings me back to the light bulb. Now, we're all plugged in. I want you to think of like a cord plugged into the outlet of this powerful electricity. Now, the electricity could care less how you use it. It doesn't matter to the electricity. The electricity just is. But if we think of ourselves as a little night light, that electricity will give off 7 watts of light. Doesn't matter to the electricity. It's only as good as the instrument it flows through. This is where your self-image comes in. If you think you are powerful, if you know you are powerful, when you know that you're a powerful creator, having an experience, this human experience, I get to do anything. I get to build planes. I get to start a foundation. I get to become a flipper and an investor. I get to do investing as well. I love investments. I get to be a public speaker teacher. I get to be a videographer. Did I say that right? Videographer. Oh, no. But you can be, do, and have anything. It's just that our limiting beliefs stop us. So when I go into my mental faculties, what the heck are they? See, we've been trained to go by our 5 senses. What we hear, see, smell, taste, and touch. And because our 5 senses keeps us connected to our outer world, we're reacting. Oh my God, there's a recession. Oh my God, did you hear what the president said? Oh my God, interest rates are going up. And we react. Why do you think the Great Depression? Because people's thoughts became fearful and they pulled their money out. See, fear will paralyze people. So the more you understand this magnificent machine and how everything's created, you lean into faith and not fear. So our mental faculties, what are they? What makes us different than all the other animal creatures? Our mental faculties, our ability to think. So what are they? Imagination. How did the Wright brothers get a plane up in the air? Because they weren't using logic. They were illogical. Their father said that they would burn in hell for thinking that way. They used their imagination. It wasn't illogical to them. They could see it in their mind's eye. See, no one else could see your idea and dream. Only you can. because it's meant for you to carry out. That's why we all have different dreams. Think of it as a spiritual assignment. So you have your imagination. I don't think any other creature does. Maybe they do, I don't know. I don't think they do. We have the will. Now it's not willpower. Willpower is a force, and you burn out, you get tired, exhausted. Will is the ability to focus. It's the ability to harness this great power and concentrate on what it is that you want in life. Okay? Then we have reason. We have the ability to think. We have the ability to analyze, evaluate, so we can make choices and decisions. And every decision opens another door, which gives you another trajectory in your life. For every decision you make, you're going into the unknown. Okay? Then you have perception. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Very simple. That's one of my favorites because you can change a situation like that by looking for the good in it. Then we have memory. How are you using your memory? Are you recalling bad things, negative things, the times that you fell down, you failed? Or are you recalling the wins in your life? Are you using it just for the past events? Or are you using your memory for future events? You can fast forward and then reverse engineer. I got a plane up in the air. Well, how did you do it? Okay, I got the plane and reverse engineer. Memory is a fantastic tool. And then we have intuition. That gut feeling. That knowing. Yeah, this is what I'm meant to do. I can feel it. I can feel it. Or don't go down that road. Something talks to you. That's that inner voice that's always trying to guide you. But if this is always filled with this, you're not going to hear it. Because you, the human, are trying to figure it out. Where this infinite intelligence is speaking to you. But if you've got a lot of chatter going on, this is why they say, be still and know that I am God. Be still. Listen for the answer. But we want it now. Now, ChatGPT, give me the answer. You have a purpose, and your purpose is to experience this life as best that you can. Is there ups and downs? Hell yes. That's part of the ride. But don't look at them as defeats. Look, oh, that's pretty interesting. What can I learn from that? What can I learn from what just happened? Where is the good in that? So I hope that, I only have a few minutes up here, but I'm so grateful that you're here because I know everyone's doing stuff. So you're here and you are part of my dream to speak in front of thousands of people. And I am so truly grateful because I've been visualizing this for quite some time. See, dreams do come true because if they didn't, we wouldn't have them. I thank you all for coming today. God bless.